curriculum. This is lesson 1. In this lesson you will be learning the most basic of all basic skills that have to do with survival, fitness, combat. The combat curriculum is only one aspect of the survival fitness paradigm, protocol, whatever you would like to call it. But this lesson, I assure you, despite it not being fancy, there's only me here, I'm not going to be demonstrating anything on anybody. What you're about to learn is the number one thing to ensure your survival in any situation. Awareness. It's a simple awareness. Now, there are drills you can do. There's certainly drills you can do for awareness. You can do, passing drills where you just stand there and you have a group of people purposefully pass around you and you work on just feeling out proximity, paying attention. Perhaps one of them has a weapon tucked away. Perhaps the instructor gave one of them an object or a goal, and you pay attention to who's doing what. Or you could take this more broad-based. You could make it more of a social experiment, if you will. Go to a mall, go to a concert, go to a parking garage, go to a busy place, go to Walmart, and just start milling through. Don't walk around all suspicious. Most people will start looking at you funny, and not that that's ever a reason not to do anything, but you don't want to arouse the attention of any authority figures. But go to a busy place and start walking. Purposefully walk in proximity to people, but even more so, pay attention to people. Learn how to observe for knives in the pocket, holsters, in waistband holsters, shoulder holsters. Start looking for batons. Start observing the environment. Start looking to see what can be used as a weapon, either in your hands or against you. Are there rocks around? That's easy. What about a chalkboard eraser? Chalk dust is pretty distracting. Bottle of lotion? You better believe that I will splash that in somebody's face. Start thinking in terms of what can be used in a conflict, either against me or for me. It's as simple as that. Now, some places I've seen they'll teach awareness drills and you go into these ducked positions and you start looking around all crazy. Well, that's not necessary. At least not at first. And assault, big problems happen when you're not expecting them. And if you just walk around all the time doing that, you have no idea of what the real world is like. If you watch professionals, if you even know how to identify a professional, and certainly I am not a professional when it comes to security and things like that. I've never worked in security. I am a martial artist first and foremost, but I have friends who work in security, and I've had discussions about this. And if you watch them, they observe quietly. And they don't sit there and tap their friends on the shoulders. Oh, did you see that guy with the gun? Did you see the knife in that guy's pants? No, they make mental note of it. Just be aware. Take note of your surroundings. Be mindful of your own body and the space that you occupy and the space that you can occupy. You realize that the space you occupy is not just this little 6 foot by 3 foot box, or whatever it is, whatever your dimensions are. I don't think I'm quite 3 feet across. My arm span, it's almost my height. So right there, we're talking a 6 by 6 radius. Anything in that radius, I should be able to control. Sorry, radius is the wrong word, diameter. I should be able to control my surroundings, my environment, and the people within that area. My legs, My legs are a lot longer than my arms. I can certainly reach further. But we don't use our hands to manipulate, or we don't use our feet, pardon me, to manipulate the way that we do with our hands. The hands are a better judgment of distance. If I can touch it, I should be able to control it. If I have to reach and shift my balance, then we're dealing with something else. And that's going to come in a much, much later lesson. For now, I just want you to focus on the idea that you need to be aware, that you need to observe. You cannot walk through life obliviously. You can't. It's not functional. You are going to make serious mistakes. You're going to run over somebody in the road. You are going to get run over. 6 months ago, I was hit while riding my motorcycle. It was of no fault of my own. I was driving straight. Somebody turned, cut the corner, no stop sign. Neither of us had a stop sign. But the person turning has to wait. It's common rules of the road. If you're turning, you wait for the straightaway to go. This person didn't look. They didn't slow down. They clipped the corner and happened to be right where my bike was. Now I'm $2,000 in the hole on repairs because somebody wasn't paying attention. How do you think I feel about somebody else not paying attention? And that has nothing to do with anything. And I don't want to get off on a tangent. I'm trying to lose some emotions this year. But aside from that, mind you, I'm not cutting this. I want you to see who I am. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Mind you, this awareness thing isn't just about you. We live in society. You have a responsibility to yourself to live the best life for you. But your life doesn't only affect you, does it? You have family, you have friends, and then there are just the casual passers-by who may be affected by your actions. And you have to really weigh cost versus benefit. You will hear me refer to this over and over again. Cost versus benefit. It's the cost-benefit analysis. Always, always, always keep in mind when you're observing and being aware what actions are going to be beneficial for the most parties involved. You know, I'm a big fan of pure selfishness. I really am. Sorry if I'm leaning, the sun is getting in my eyes. I'm a big fan of selfishness. You have to take care of number one first. But it can't end there. I have a wife. I have 4 pets. Don't have kids yet, but that's 5 living beings that I have to take care of in my immediate proximity every single day. I also have extended family. I have many friends across the country. In fact, I've got a few friends in other parts of the globe. How are they going to react to me being not careful? How am I going to be affected by them being not careful? Practice awareness, practice body awareness, practice mental awareness. Start looking for warning signs of aggressive, antisocial, violent behavior. Don't assume that because somebody has a weapon that they're going to use it on you or in an aggressive way. That's foolish. There are plenty of good people that carry weapons. It's not about that. It's entirely about understanding just general human behavior and understanding what can and cannot be used against you and proceeding from there. Homework, study up on your use of force laws in your area or any area that you might be traveling. Use of force laws are incredibly important because you can't just beat the shit out of somebody because they mouthed off to you. You're going to get in a lot of trouble with people that are willing to levy legal force against you if you do so. So, once again, be mindful. Be mindful of yourself, be mindful of others, be mindful of the law that surrounds you. Till next time, good journey.